Zanzibar, a magical island situated in the Indian Ocean off the coast of East Africa. The island has been influenced by a myriad of different cultures over many generations. The original settlers were Bantu-speaking Africans from the mainland. During the 10th century, Persians arrived, followed by Arabs, Indians, Portuguese, and the British. A former center of the spice and slave trades, today Zanzibar is a richly infused cultural montage. Culture is rich in Zanzibar. You feel it the moment you enter the capital, Stone Town. A place of winding, narrow lanes, circular towers, elaborately carved doors, raised terraces, and beautiful mosques. You can hear it in the exquisite Tara music, which has become a pivotal beacon of Zanzibar's cross-cultural heritage. Now into its 5th year, Sauti Busara has firmly established itself as one of Africa's prominent annual events. The 4-day extravaganza of diverse music brings together people of all ages and backgrounds in celebration of the wealth and variety of music from the Swahili region and beyond.
Sauti Busara means sounds of wisdom, and the festival lasts for between 4 and 6 days each year. We have about 40 different groups, and our main aim is to showcase the wealth, the richness and the diversity of music that exists in the East African or Swahili-speaking region. You know, in Europe there's now a lot more familiarity with music from West Africa, countries like Senegal, Mali, but still I think not so many people really know about the kind of music that is around in this side of the continent.
Bi Kidude, the undisputed queen of Tarab and Unyago music, is probably the most well-known global cultural ambassador from Zanzibar. She is a popular exponent of Zanzibar music culture, and the annual Sauti Busara Music Festival wouldn't be quite the same without her.
You know, Bi Kidude has been the talk. You know, you're like, wow, you know, I wish I could have just quarter of her soul, the knowledge, the speciality that Kidude has is the transfer of knowledge.
The festival is not only about music. It's not only about tourists. It's also about our culture and our identity. By coming here, you get to listen to music that your ancestors sang. You get to get in touch with who you are and what you are, and it sort of gives you a sense of direction on where you're going. It's about us. That's what the festival is about. You look at all the people who come here, different people from different places, the type of performances they have, a variety of performances. It's different cultures, different types of music.
This is SzB from Mozambique, so I hope you can enjoy Zanzibar. Warepwa!
The wide selection of music on show at the festival encourages a more African musical influence on modern youth culture.
Most young people are listening still to kind of hip-hop and R&B. Although one thing that pleases me in Tanzania, as opposed to other parts of the African continent, is the kind of explosion of this phenomenon called bongo flava. Which is kind of American-based hip-hop musically, but lyrically it's very Swahili and very poetic and very funny.
The old bongo flavor, the whole... It's the first time I experienced it, man. I just read about it, saw the CD, I saw it live.
Malaria inaanza we inapungua Busara mtu wa sala sasa nani anafunga sala atenda kosa kimsema tu anaanza kushusha msala atanuna hapo atatila bombe mpaka tunayo sani msitize mwanga kesha ni mwakisago tuone je tukimpa mvua tatukaanga kingondo na nalamika eti tumbo linamuuma.
The festival not only encourages the fusion of modern and traditional music, but also collaborations from different parts of Africa.
Zanzibar is a place of magic and spirituality and depth. Don't you feel the spirit in Zanzibar? Yeah, you know you feel that spirit in this place. It's true. This is a special island.
As well as showcasing that very traditional kinds of music that have been performed for decades, also to encourage those musicians to perhaps spend a few days at the Music Academy before the festival, sitting and jamming with kora players from Senegal, or bringing mbira players from Zimbabwe into the mix. So the kind of geographic remit of the festival is broadening.
I think it's the atmosphere and the crowd is so responsive. I couldn't believe, when we were playing some noise. The guy asked them to dance, and they responded there and there. And to me, that shows that even though there's language barriers and all that, but people were there, enjoying themselves. And I think that's a great thing, for the festival.
But the thing that really sets Sauti za Busara apart from other music festivals is the atmosphere brought to it by the people of Zanzibar.
The difference with here, it's the local, man, Nobody comes to disrespect the place or to borrow from the local. They totally interact, participate.
One of the things I love about Zanzibar is it's very, very easy to connect with people on the streets, in the shops, in the cafes. And because Stone Town is such a small place, when you've been here one day, everyone pretty much knows who you are.
I started in London, now in Zanzibar, meeting plenty of brothers. I thought I was the only one to think like I think, and no, we are thousands. So it's all good to have those spontaneous encounters.
It's not only about the poverty that is shown on TV, the civil wars that are shown on TV, or the dictators. There is much more. People are living in Africa. People with cultures, with stories to tell. People are living their own lives. And this is the part of Africa that people should know about. And it can be seen by festivals like this. You come here once, you get to know somebody. You stop knowing Africa, you start knowing about someone in Africa.
In terms of the African continent, it's like a rare example, I think, of a kind of regeneration of cultural pride and identity and confidence that comes with that. But our music, we didn't really kind of realize that how special this is. And people come from Canada and the Netherlands and Japan to see this music, so that, actually it must be quite okay,
Mzee wa Busara huyu kuto tunakesha kwewe saka Busara mshantumba juju mtu wa kuwanga Zuga yake ni mganga wa jadi mila na dawa za miti shamba Mtu angenga domo msheri na rapsha Aombe kwenu mboga na chumvi sukari bisha poteze maisha Hata kama mahitaji yenu ya akiba harahara jirani mchotee japo kibaba Anapaka wake huyo akilia nyau Basi nyumba pili tunazika mtu na tunamsahau Busara kara asara mtu anjara Tumpweke mkeke mte mweupe iko majadara Kuto kushinda kwenye bao tu Anabadili mikao tu Mzee wa Busara huyu huyu. Vitoto vikipotea mtaani vinatolewa chini ya mbuyu. Ana kazi, ana kibarua, anaishi bibi kama si ukakuna unamsumbua. Zake ni chuma udete, akidunua kitu lasi tandika kwenye kibanda cha chinga, muza fegi pipi machungwa, faida yote ya kwake. Juma mwambie mama Luna ingize ndani watoto mapema. Mzee wa Busara kakolofishana na kina Johni Mgema. Yani ni off mtani mashaka tere. Sijui kwa nini huyu mzee kawanadaya kwa kere. Busara
Busara nishawishi nimempata paka kafanya msala. Mzee Busara ni mzee ambaye tunaishi naye kwenye nyumba za kupanga. Mzee Busara nishawishi nimempata paka kafanya msala. Mzee Busara na tena majirani wanayesi huyu bwana mwanga. Malaria inaanza we inapungua, inaanza we inapungua. Wa Busara mtu wa sala, sasa nani anafunga sala. Atenda kosa kimsema tu anaanza kushusha msala. Atanuna hapo atatila hapo mbio mpaka tunayo. Sani msisitize mwanga kesha ni mwa kisago. Tuone je tukimpa mvua tatukaanga. Kingondo analalamika eti tumbo linamuuma. Hata ule mchezo wake amepunguza kucheza. Kingondo lile chakula cha mwanga usile. Mtoto mtaa wa tatu amelogwa rangi tatu. Mchana alikuwa mzima mafikia kageuka chatu. Haya sasa nini ugomvi wo? Mtoto wake Busara kila siku anakula kwetu. Ukishaanza kula wa kwanza kupabua nyama. Ukimkataza mama anaenda kusema kivumbi sasa usiku. Na huu ni mwaka 6 mama analalamika mguu. Umehangaika kwa dokta we ikashindikana. Tukahangaika kwa waganga we ikashindikana. Sasa sijui tena tukasema kwa Fred Tibaigana.